Folks, it's February 1st, 2022, and I find myself in the parking lot of Home Depot in Uncasville, Connecticut. I wanted to capture on video the aftermath of a snowstorm we had the other day, a couple days ago, that dropped 21 inches of snow on Norwich, Connecticut. And I'm going to work my way down to the city, but I just kind of wanted to get you a glimpse of the magnitude of this, the amount of snow that's been left on the ground by this huge snowstorm. It's one of the bigger ones we've had in a few years, biggest one this year by far. And it's kind of an overcast day today, and it's good for filming. And I'm going to work my way out of this big, huge parking lot. Stop and Shop is down here. There's just a whole bunch of stores over there. I can't name them all. I don't know. Just tip a glance over there. There's all kind of bedding, mattress store, and there's a couple of bars, and it's on and on. But we're going to work our way down to Norwich, get kind of a glimpse of the situation. As to what happened with the snow. Where did they put it? Where did they move it? Are the roads clear? How are things going a couple of days after the snowstorm? I would say pretty good based on what I'm looking at now. All right, let's work our way down a road here. We're still in Uncasville. As we slowly meander down the road here, there is a Chinese restaurant to our right. There are gas stations to our left and to our right. Shantok Motors is down here. The Heat People to my right. They put, I think they sell oil. They put furnaces in. Fairfield Inn and Suites Marriott. There's a Quick Lube and a car wash to my right. Uncasville Quick Lube. We're going up a big hill right now. To our right, once we get over the crest of this hill, you're going to see, well, you're not going to be able to see it, but you're just going to have to trust me on this one. Mohegan Sun Casino is to our immediate right. We're going to be crossing a threshold into Norwich pretty soon. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Yale New Haven Health. It used to be a restaurant in that purple building. Well, I don't know if it's purple, dark blue building. Now it's Yale New Haven Health. It used to be, I don't know, I forget the name of it, but it was a restaurant that was there for a little while and apparently didn't make it. As we get a red light on Trading Cove Road. The road we're on right now is Trading Cove Road. Norwich, the town line is probably about, I'd say 100 yards directly in front of us. As we wait patiently for the red light to turn green, which I believe it'll do so relatively quickly. I don't think this is if memory serves me, this isn't a real long light. Here we go. Okay, we're crossing the threshold into Norwich right now. And the snow to my right and to my left, this road, crystal clear. Absolutely perfect job of snow plowing by the folks, the fine folks in Norwich that plow our roads every time we have a big snowstorm. These guys never disappoint. The Norwich Inn and Spa to my left. Believe it's owned by the Mohegan Sun Casino, or maybe Foxwoods, or one of the casinos owns it. What do we have down here? There's an Allstate agency to my right. There's a package store, Modelo Bar and Grill, Bellafiore, Toyota dealership, Uncas on the Thames to my left. You know, I've done this before. I have other videos on YouTube. I have dozens, maybe 100, I don't know how many, driving around videos. If you ever want to take a look, go for it. Ford dealership to my right, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler to my left, Napa Auto and Truck Parts to my right. I mean, it's James Auto. There's stuff all over the place here. I don't know. Falvey's Collision Center. If you bash your car up, those guys will apparently fix it. Keith's Appliances down here on my right. So I cruise down the road very, very carefully. We're on West Thames Street. And we're looking at the snow. The sole purpose for me doing this video today is to examine the aftermath of this big storm. I mentioned it earlier, but now we're right in the thick of it. This is it. Engine number 6 pizza to my left. Been there for years. Fantastic pizza. Takeout. I don't know if they deliver. I hope they do, because it's real good. As we head toward the center of the city of Norwich, Connecticut on February 1st, 2022. There's a lot of snow piled up all over the place. It's a real mess. A couple days after a snowstorm, you know, the initial snowstorm, you look around, you go, oh, this is gorgeous, look at it. 3 or 4 days later, it's, you know, regards to the sides of the roads, it's dirty, it's kind of starts melting and icing over, and it's not exactly the most pleasing thing to the naked eye. If you go out in the woods, you go out in the wilderness, you go out in large expansive areas in the countryside, it'll remain gorgeous. But I'm going by the police station on my right, by the way. American ambulance to my left, following all proper driving techniques and procedures, of course. Big flatbed truck directly in front of me. All right, we do have right on red, so if there's no traffic, I might be able to swing this thing. All right, here we go. Big, huge parking garage directly in front of us. What is it called? Norwich Transportation Center. Thayer's Bait, Boats, and Tackle. Over there, back to my left. Snow piled up to the left and to the right. But I will stick to my original assessment that they did a fantastic job of clearing the snow. Right on red, I'm going to do it. Well, let's see here. Should I or should I not? Let's do it. I always do it. What am I doing? I'm whipping into the marina. Well, guess what? I got to be real careful. There's some kind of a weird-looking machine down here. A lot of slush, ducks. You know, this is the legendary. I've said it a million times before in other videos. The legendary "do not feed the ducks" area, where people come and feed the ducks. I don't want to run over any ducks. I mean, I'm like right on top of these things. Obviously, you're watching this right now. There's a couple pigeons in there. There's a seagull. I mean, I just really am trying everything I can do to avoid. These ducks don't move out of the way. They're domesticated. I mean, you know, I got a 2-ton car. I actually have to work my way around driving around little ducks because they refuse to move. That's fine. It's a good attitude for a duck, I guess. Okay, I got to turn around down here. I wanted to kind of swing around. I always do this, but things are a little tighter with all this snow piled up all over the place. All right, let's swing this thing around. Laurel Hill up there, those houses. You know, one thing I do kind of want to avoid is plunging into the river. So I'm going to be a little extra cautious today with all the snow around. I can't see too good. Okay, I want to hone and right in on this if I can. There seems to be a bottle of cold bottle of wine or whiskey, or let me get right up to this thing. That's a good shot of a seagull on that van. Okay, Bully Hill Riesling. It looks like a full bottle of wine in the snow. It's cooling. Anyways, a bunch of seagulls in front of me. That'll be an interesting picture. I think the thing might be under my car. This is, the birds around here are very, I would say, you know, I use the term domesticated. Let's just say they're not afraid of people. Let's use that phrase. All right. Red light. But we still, our goal is to get right into the heart of this city and see what this snow situation looks like. Get right, okay, green light, right into the heart of the city of Norwich, Connecticut. Okay. I mean, I read we had received 21 inches of snow in Norwich. Norwich is kind of a big area with multiple elevations, so I'm going to say some areas got less than 21 inches in Norwich. I'd go as low as, I'd say from 15 to 21. That's just from my own personal estimations. It's not scientific in any way. Okay. Mohegan Hotel. I always got to point that out in front of us. Abe Lincoln spoke from the hotel, stayed there. Back when he was campaigning for president of the United States. Okay, there's the roundabout. Done that many other times in other videos that I have posted currently on YouTube. I think I'll go around the roundabout. Let's do a full circle right around this thing. I'm sure people aren't going to be too thrilled with me. This guy just went through. He's supposed to let me go. I mean, that's, you know, he knows he's supposed to let me go. He kind of gives me a look like, hey, tough luck. But I'm going to go around this thing fully and just hope that nobody runs into me. Okay. And let's take a sweep by the Otis Library. Will be up here on our right. People going into the library, coming out of the library. Chelsea Groton Bank, a beautiful architectural masterpiece to the, slightly to the left there. There's a white Tesla coming my way. Okay. Car. Again, I got to be real cautious. I'm trying to drive slow, be real careful with all these snow banks. You can't see around them too good. All right, let me turn around in the former YMCA parking lot. Let's turn around. There's the viaduct in front of us. And I don't know. Wow, somebody actually plowed this thing out for some reason. That's cool. The former Majestic Rose dinner theater right in front of us, but I want to get back into that city. Okay, is anybody coming? Nope. Let's go. Post office right there on the right-hand side. As I record more video footage with my camera magnetically attached to the dead center of the hood of my car. All right. So another glance at the heart of the city of Norwich, Connecticut. As we cautiously approach the roundabout, there's no traffic coming, so I can just whip right through this thing. Of course, I got to let people cross the street. I mean, like this gentleman here. I think he dropped his coffee. That's unfortunate. All right, I have multiple choices of what I can do here. Let's go up Bath Street. I never pass up an opportunity to go up Bath Street because you get a good look at City Hall, which is right there to our right. And being super cautious looking to my left and to my right, which I really don't have to look to my left, but we don't want to make any big driving mistakes while we're recording video footage. And we're taking a little drive up Broadway right now in Norwich. Streets are plowed perfectly. It might have taken them more than one day. We got hammered with the initial blizzard, which didn't last. I don't know if it was... Yeah, technically, I think it was a blizzard. They had sustained winds of a certain... I don't know if it was 40 miles per hour, a certain level, and a certain amount of snow for X amount of hours. And if you do this calculation, it's counted and scored officially as a blizzard. I'm not an expert on those types of things, but we had a blizzard. To the right is St. Patrick's Cathedral, arguably the greatest architectural structure in the city of Norwich. Probably is. I'm driving real slow. I think the people behind me are like, I'm going to take a wild guess and say they're highly annoyed, but what are you going to do? All right, this car is in front of me, like piled up for miles. What's going on around here? I may have to take an alternative route. I don't think I feel like waiting forever, so I'm going to take a right here. Down this road. I'm sorry I'm not naming all the roads. I know people love me to do that, but I don't have my GPS. I'm in a different vehicle today. This is Crescent Street. I mean, I'll throw out a few names if I can remember them. I'll do the best I can, but this is kind of cool. Like a real. This is not a one-way street, but it kind of feels like it. Oh my God! They got NFA blocked off completely. I don't know what's going on, but there's a police officer over there. Something's going on. Maybe it's just school getting out, and there's buses all over the place there. Well, considering I can't really drive around anywhere in the NFA immediate area, there's cars. There must be some kind of a function. I took a look to my left back there. I'm on Rockwell Street right now, by the way. I took a look to my left back there, and there's a massive amount of traffic. So I don't know if there's an incident at NFA, or I don't know what's going on. We'll read about it in the paper tomorrow, I guess. There is a vehicle to my right that is a snow clearing apparatus of some kind. As we drive up Rockwell Street, If I took a left up here, that would bring me through Mohegan Park. I'm tempted to do it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to turn onto Orchard Street. Yeah, this is a stroke of luck that I had not planned. Let's see if we can grab a view. Orchard Street has one of the best views if you can see through the trees. In the spring, summer, and fall with the leaves on the trees, it's hard to see through to get a good view, but maybe we can do it now. I don't know. I mean, this camera's pointing straight ahead, and the snowbanks are kind of high, and here comes a car, and there's no room, and what are we going to do? And whoa, we made it. Anyways, to the... Yeah, there you go. I mean, hopefully this camera can pick some of this stuff up. It might not be high enough, but there's an expansive view over the top of the city of Norwich. It's really beautiful. At night, it's gorgeous. I don't know if this camera's going to do it justice, but whatever. We tried. All right, let's get down the end of Orchard here. This drive is random. There's no... I don't have a strategic map or route planned out here. I just wanted to get a look at the snow. For folks that watch my videos that don't live in Norwich anymore, they might live in a nice warm climate. They haven't seen a lot of snow, and they might remember the good old days when they were kids, or, you know, when they lived here and they had winters like this with piles and piles of snow everywhere you look. Well, folks, if you fall into that category, I hope you enjoy the video. Directly in front of us to the right is Lubensky Funeral Home. They've been there forever. I gotta be cautious. I mean, yeah, this is... cars are driving very carefully, and I appreciate that. That's good. But the snowbanks are so high that it's hard to see around them when you're pulling out of a road. It's, you know... It's really, really difficult. I'm on Roth Street right now, by the way. I happened to glimpse at the sign back there, and it indicated to me that the name of this street was Roth. See, this guy's trying to turn around. He's got a big BMW X5 SUV. I don't know if he's trying to back in or what the story is, but well, I guess he is trying to back in. But I gotta get around this guy. He's got a parking. Ooh, he's got a parking spot over there, but man, he's got a parallel park. This is rough terrain. If you got to park, you got to shovel out a perfect size. Whoa, I got to be careful of this plow. Perfect size segment out of the snow, and then you got a parallel park in there. It's a lot of work. If you got a four-wheel drive vehicle that can get through anything, then I guess you're all set. But most people back there didn't. This is going to be real tough. I can't see anything to my left. Okay. Oof. Real high snowbank there. Norwich Public Utilities to my right. That's the headquarters. Back there. Wow. What used to be Savage Supply. Somebody sided the building with, I don't know, was it gray? All new siding. Wow. Let's take a ride through Greenville. The Greenville section of Norwich. This is North Main Street that leads into Central Avenue. Alright, they got a small, I guess that'd be called like one of these bobcats or whatever to my right, clearing snow. So these guys are working really, really hard. Uh-oh. I think they're collecting snow and hauling it away. Whoa. I gotta be careful. I don't want to get, I do not want to get snow from that giant machine. I want to pull up here. Let's get this on film. But I don't want to see the snow flying out of that giant snow blowing apparatus. I don't want to get that all over this GoPro because it'll mess it up. But let's soak this in. This is kind of an interesting scene here. All right, I'm going to wait it out. Let these other cars. Okay, good. Best of both worlds. Now the guys, I can slip by here before I get covered with wet snow on the camera. All right, we're heading down the heart of Central Avenue right now. The Greenville section of Norwich, Connecticut. And there's a lot of snow. So my theory on this is there's signs all over the place. What they're going to do is they're going to take that machine back there, those giant snow removing mechanical devices, and literally physically haul the snow out of here. And they'll probably take it and dump it in the river or wherever they dump snow. I mean, somebody's buying something at Leader Store to my right. Leader Store is one of the best furniture stores in anywhere, period. I love those guys. They're honest, they're rock solid, they sell good furniture. And man, oh man, what a beautiful buying experience in Leader Store. I highly, highly, highly recommend if you want to buy any kind of furniture, take a look. Give the guy a chance. He's fantastic. Jerry's Appliances to my right as I drive down Central Avenue. Some areas are good as far as the plowing is concerned. Other areas are a little tighter. The city did a beautiful job plowing. There's no question about that, but some of the fine tuning that they're going to do now is going to make the parking situation dramatically better. It's going to take a while. I mean, we got to give these guys a chance, but based on what I was looking at back there, things are going to be fantastic soon. It's another tough spot to get out of. Big snowbank back there. '86th bar to my right. I'm told it's a fantastic place. Live music when the weather is good. I've heard nothing but great things about it. People love it. Okay, let's work our way back up Boswell Avenue. The legendary Boswell Avenue with blinking lights all over the place and snow banks and, partially melting snow. It's 37 degrees, so yeah, the snow is going to start melting. Tonight it'll freeze over. The conditions will be real dangerous. A seat bus coming towards me. I want to slow down a little bit. He's kind of taking up a lot of the road there. Obviously it's a bus. The roads are much more narrow, so. McKenna Flowers and Plants to my right back there. One of the best florists really in Norwich history. I mean, I remember McKenna's as far back as when I was a kid, and their reputation was stellar back then, and it's just as good or better now. I mean, they are phenomenal. I've used them recently, and the results, the flowers, the bouquets, and the arrangements were absolutely out of this world. All right, let's take a ride at Mohegan Park Road. Let's see what the plows did up there. Looks pretty good to me right now. Certainly can't complain. Kind of a picturesque view up in front of us there as we approach the entrance to Mohegan Park. I'm taking my time. I want to be able to survey this situation with the snow all over the place at a comfortable speed. Okay, welcome to Mohegan Park, City of Norwich, Connecticut. We just passed into the threshold of Mohegan Park. There's pine trees, and Mohegan Park is gorgeous. It's one of the nicest parks in Connecticut, in my personal opinion. There's all kind of stuff to do here. There's a beautiful pond. It's called Spalding Pond. Look at this. This is gorgeous. As I turn this corner, Spalding Pond. You can swim there, and they have big fountains out in the middle of that pond, and you can have barbecues. I've seen weddings there. There's a rose garden at one end of it. It's just hiking trails, beautiful flowers all over the place. And I am really going to take my time around this corner. This is always narrow, even in good weather. For some reason, that guy there is driving at a high rate of speed, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but that's okay. I mean, he didn't slam into me, so I guess we made out all right in that instance right there, but I don't recommend driving the way that gentleman back there drove. Let's take a ride up Wilderness Road. I'm going to take a left. Wilderness Road's a really, really nice road. I go on walks around here in the good weather. You can't do it now because the sidewalk's completely covered, but as you see directly in front of us right now, it's quite a steep hill, but it's a beautiful hill. It's visually pleasing. When you're walking here, you can, the fresh air and the sunshine and the beautiful foliage all around you. It's just a great place to take a hike. I highly, highly recommend it. But you can just see, I mean, the beauty of this area is incredible. Again, I'm taking my time. I'm trying to soak all this in. It's kind of a forest. I mean, a mini forest. Let's do a little bit more of the park. Look at this. I love this particular area right here. A lot of pine trees. Real tall. Take a slow cruise through here. There's a guy over on the left parked there. He's probably having lunch or something. I don't know. City did a nice job of plowing this particular road. Wow, there's a guy cross-country skiing right there. Let's take a quick look at him. Yeah, the city's plowing down there right now as we speak. Sign on my right said road narrows. Well, we're going to pay particularly close attention to oncoming traffic because the road is narrow under normal circumstances, and now you got snow all over the place. It's going to make it even that much narrower. but there's nobody coming, so it looks like it's all good. Another beautiful scene in front of us. As we weave our way through the beautiful Mohegan Park in Norwich, Connecticut, during the aftermath of a very heavy snowstorm. Some of it's melted down a little bit, but the temperatures recently have been so cold that there hasn't been a lot of melting taking place. Folks, we had a little technical difficulty there. It's not technical difficulty, it's a predictable situation that happens all the time in the winter. It is, we're filming now. I gotta beep the horn here for a second. We're filming now, but the battery died on me during the drive. That happens a lot in the winter. It's freezing. There are little tiny batteries that are in the camera, and they freeze. And when the battery freezes, the camera stops dead. There are 4 kids here. Masks. Some of them have masks. I love it. Good mask protocol being followed over there. Anyways, we lost some video. I don't know what we lost. I'm gonna meld everything together and during the editing process and see if we can come up with some usable footage to put together a relatively coherent, cohesive piece of work that's worthy of upload to YouTube for my faithful followers to enjoy. Kelly Middle School to my right back there. Used to be, when I went there, it was called Kelly Junior High. Now it's Kelly Middle School. Rec Field is directly in front. There's that woman walking again. Good for her. She's in good shape. Rec Field, though, apparently it's called Dickerman Field now. I call it Rec Field, but it says City of Norwich Dickerman Field, so we'll go with that. Former tennis courts. They're still tennis courts, but they haven't been used in a while to my right. They're clay courts. You don't see clay courts around too much anymore, and I think they're too hard to maintain, so it's kind of out the window. They don't use them. Louis DePina Recreation Fields directly in front of us. Softball, soccer, they do all kind of cool stuff out there. This is Reynolds Road. I'm going down Reynolds Road towards NFA. Maybe I can get near NFA now. I don't know. Before it was kind of a lights out situation where there was police officers all over the place and flashing lights. It was way in the distance. I really couldn't make out what was going on because frankly I just didn't get close enough, so I don't have any idea whether it was an actual problem of some kind, but we'll take a cruise down into that area and see if we can see anything. Maybe the incident's still occurring, or maybe the aftermath or whatever. Maybe there was no incident. Maybe it was just a conventional kids getting out of school situation for all I know. I don't know. As we head down Reynolds Road. Joseph Perkins Road to my right. That's now one way. It used to be a two-way road, and now it's one way. Big do not enter sign there. It's a nice area we're driving around in right now. In the NFA area located in Norwich, Connecticut. kids with their backpacks. When I was a kid, I didn't have a backpack. None of us did. We just had, books, and we carried the books under our arms or whatever. We didn't. I wish we had backpacks in the old days. All right, am I going to... let me go straight. There's some cool houses directly in front of us. There's some really nice homes and old, beautiful homes in Norwich on Broadway. I'm on Rockwell right now. All right, let's see what the situation over near NFA is. More flashing lights. I don't know. This police officer, maybe he pulled this gentleman over. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Something happened. Or maybe the woman's having trouble. Park Congregational Church to my right. I'm going to take a quick right, get a kind of a wide shot of NFA. Yeah, whatever incident, if there was one, is over. Because there's nothing going on right now over there at NFA. But anyways, there's a look at NFA right there. Slater Memorial Museum. Absolutely stunning piece of architecture in my personal opinion. I've mentioned it many times before in my previous videos. And I'll mention it every single time I drive by the thing because it's out of this world architecturally. It was built in 1885. I mean, they don't make them like they used to, I'll tell you that much. For some reason, I'm just stopped here. I guess it kind of gives us a cool opportunity to... Me? Okay, thanks. Nobody knows which way to go, where to go, how to move, and that's due to the snow. There's big banks. People are looking around them. I've mentioned it earlier. And it's kind of hard to see. So you don't know whether to pull out or, just creep out a few inches. And got to be real, real careful. There is a massive line of traffic in front of me for reasons unknown. It's 2:36 p.m. right now, 36 degrees, in case anybody's interested. But I gotta get out of here. You know what? Let's slowly cruise out of this situation here. I might be stuck here for a little while. I don't know. Chelsea Parade to my left. Former site of the Rose Arts Festival. They still do it. I mean, COVID-19, put the shutdown on a lot of those festivals and things, but I hearken back to the days of the Rose Arts Festival in the 1970s and, 60s, 70s, 80s maybe. Bobby Darin sang there in his prime. Stevie Ray Vaughan sang there in his prime, performed there in his prime. Charlie Daniels Band, Mac Davis, Tony Orlando and Dawn, Bobby Vinton. A lot of extremely popular Four Tops, extremely popular musical bands, performers, solo artists performed in Norwich, Connecticut at the Rose Arts Festival. And it was the greatest blast you ever had in your life, every summer. You know what, I'm going to go up. Rather than get stuck in traffic forever, I'm going to go on a street, Fanning Avenue, that is maybe not plowed as perfectly as, well, no, it's all right. It's all right. I thought it was going to be a little narrower. Just to give you a look at some of the back streets in Norwich and how they look right now. Fanning Avenue. Well, movers to my left back there. People are very cautious. They pull over, they wait. That's the way to play this thing. These roads, some areas are really, really slick, icy, dangerous. You could have a four-wheel drive vehicle, but you can't be reckless. I mean, in my humble opinion, it's a good idea to, take your time. What's the hurry? I mean, you don't want to go flying off the road and to smash your car into a tree or something. I mean, be careful. And that's what people are doing. My hat's off to all the folks that I encountered today driving on the road, except there was one guy back there that was all over the place, but driving too fast in Mohegan Park. We acknowledge that. But everybody else has been really, really great. Absolutely beautiful homes. This is Linden Parkway, by the way. Absolutely beautiful homes on a lot of these streets that I'm driving on right now. Lincoln Avenue, William Street. This is, you go back to the early 1900s, late 1800s, millionaires lived on this street. The wealthiest people in Norwich. Well, I don't know about the wealth. Yeah, some of them extremely prominent people. Some of the wealthiest people in Norwich. Broadway had guys down there that were, like Jeff Bezos of the 1800s and stuff like that. But these streets here were really top-of-the-line doctors, the best surgeons in Norwich. CEOs of big businesses in Norwich. The house to my right, for example, is a single-family home for somebody. Now, I'm sure it's multifamily, but back in the old days, that was a single-family dwelling. So the person that had that built, or the person that lived there, had to be absolutely loaded with cash. I mean, Chelsea Parade to our left. Beautiful home restoration. To the gray home on my right there, it burned down several years ago. The person that fixed it up did a absolutely spectacular job. Let's get on Lincoln Avenue. Take a right here. Somebody's getting an oil delivery right now in a big oil truck. To my left, General Oil Company. Gotta be real careful. I don't want this guy to step out. All right, this section of road right here is a little bit snowy. It's a little bit rough. I mean, this car gets through it like no problem, but this is kind of cool to film this. This is some of the footage I kind of wanted to capture of the aftermath of this big snowstorm that we had. But anyways, you can see to the left and the right some of the beautiful architecture from back in the era when they built houses, 4,000 or 5,000 square foot single family homes. I mean, as we cruise down Lincoln Avenue in Norwich, Connecticut on February 1st in the year 2022. I got choices. Okay, let's go left. I could have went right, but let's go left instead. Why not? Gotta be real careful. I know I'm repeating myself, but you really, really do. Church and Allen Funeral Home directly in front of us. What do we got up here? Platinum Unique Salon Environment. I believe they cut hair, whatever. They do beauty treatments and different things in there. Lafayette Street is, we're on Sachem, but we're gonna, if I can get around this big snowbank, I don't know, here comes a school bus, let this guy cruise on by. I think the smart move would be to go right instead of left. But I'm gonna try to go left. Why? Because I want to capture some historic footage. I mean, I can't see anything around that snowbank, but we made it. That was a kind of a dice roll back there as far as I'm concerned. But we lived to tell about it as the filming continues. Okay, we're going to go over the Sherman Street Bridge right about now. You can see it in front of me, those yellow, I don't know what they're called, barriers, but we're going over this bridge. Take a look at it, because this is going to be replaced this spring. And it's going to be brand new and beautiful and up to code. And nobody knows when to go. There's a new stop sign, relatively new stop signs here, and people are a little bit still getting used to it after. It's probably been there for a year, but folks are still getting used to it. I'm on Asylum Street right now. That's a street I've traveled hundreds and probably thousands of times. I've lived in Norwich all my life. I've been up and down Asylum Street, you know, probably into the tens of thousands of times in my lifetime. Asylum Street Pizza, really good food back there to my left. I mean, really good. They've been there forever. If you're good, like Asylum Street Pizza, people keep coming back. And that place is a proof that if you put out a good product, you can sustain a business in this city for a long, long time. As we very gingerly and kind of carefully and slowly cruise down Asylum Street, surveying the snow. It's surrounding us right now. We're enveloped on all sides with snow, banks of snow. School bus coming at me. Those guys are going to have a tougher job. The roads are narrower. Which makes life for a bus driver that much more difficult. It's already a tough job, in my opinion. It's an important job. It's a job that requires a lot of dedication and concentration, skill, driving skill. There's a yoga studio. It's the name of it's Get Bent. It says now open. I believe I'm looking at the pictures out there in front of Get Bent. I heard the term hot yoga used. I'm not sure. I see they may have spin classes in there too, I think. Spin classes meaning like a stationary bicycle with folks that teach you how to properly get the most out of them. They motivate you, they talk to you, they encourage you to work harder. Yeah. Okay, the sign spin, yoga, and big, huge parking lot, plenty of parking. Beautiful place, completely remodeled from top to bottom. I think that'd be kind of an awesome place to try out. As the light turns green and we're getting ready to head down West Main Street, this street can be kind of, not messy, but cars can tend to throw up a little bit of some of this melting water, which can obscure the camera quality of the video. This guy on the right hand side of me back there in the van is having some kind of a problem. Anyways, I don't think okay, I think we'll make it here. I don't think I'm getting that. This camera's not getting wet as far as I can tell right now. The road is a little drier on this end of the street. That's good. Jack's Italian bistro restaurant. They have pizza. They have a huge menu. Phenomenal food. Some of the best Italian food around. Maybe the best in Norwich. Terrific. I mean, I can't say enough about it. The guy in there that runs the place, the family, the people. Beautiful people. Great people. Friendly, generous. Highly, highly recommended. There's all kind of businesses on this street, too many to mention. Oh, this is kind of cool. There's a law office right next to a tattoo parlor back there to my left. I always like the juxtaposition of that situation back there. Little Caesars, Game Change, AT&T, authorized dealer, TJ Maxx to my left, ShopRite, Marcus Plaza, the former location of Zayre's. Wendy's to my right. This gentleman pulling in front of me really wants a Wendy's hamburger or something. Wings and Pies to my left, Universal Discount Package Store. I'm going to take a right here. Take a right. There's a mobile gas station here slightly to my right. And I'm going to wait a little bit. I could go right on red, but I have to wait. Why do I have to wait? Well, because there's cars coming. And I don't want anything to go wrong where I smash my car to smithereens. Although it would be caught on video, and that could be interesting, but still, we want to avoid that. I am now on New London Turnpike. Another street I've been on probably tens of thousands of times in my lifetime. Ford's Pond to my left. It's not Ford's Pond now. It was never a pond. Well, maybe, I can't say never, but they used to flood that area, and it was called Ford's Pond when they flooded it. And people would skate in the winter. All Friends Animal Hospital to my right. There's a veterinarian in there. Stanton School coming up on my right. Beth Jacobs Synagogue to my right back there. Stanton School right over there to my right as we head down the London Turnpike. Surveying the snow on the left and the right, in the front and the back, and it's all over the place. It just got snow everywhere, every which way, 360-degree panoramic view of snow. Another school bus. Guys are working hard today. And it makes it real rough because they're in a contained large vehicle. They all have to wear masks. I mean, it's a difficult job. Norwich Assembly of God Church right there to my right. Ballawender Drive back there to my left. Very small road, but it's a couple of houses down there. As I cruise down the road here, pick up my speed a little bit. With hopes against hope that my battery has not frozen up again. It froze earlier on the first leg of this trip. Hopefully this one will hold out a little bit longer. This is a nice wooded area on New London Turnpike. It's kind of a scenic little stretch. Maybe it goes for about a mile. In the fall, the autumn season, you can come down on this little patch of road right here and look at some of the most beautiful foliage you ever saw. Every single year. Right now we can just see snow. And it's kind of melting a little bit because it is 37 degrees, but not a lot. A lot of doctors' offices around here. Quest Lab. They do blood work and another variety of medical testing. Norwich Psychiatric Center back there. Pediatrics to my right. Dr. Deutsch is over here to my right. Dr. Pagnosi is in there. You know, quite a few. Bacchus Hospital's probably a half a mile down the road, so it makes sense that there would be a lot of doctors around here. FW Webb to my left in the former location of the Benny's department store. I'm going to take a quick right into the Norwich Town Commons parking lot just to see some of the, you know, real piled up areas of snow and how the plowing went. Seems to me they did a real good job. I don't know who did it. Private contractor, I would imagine. Somebody they hired for the task, but boy, they did a beautiful job. Get around here no problem. Look at the size of some of them piles. Wow. Little miniature mountains of snow. That's kind of a cool... I don't know which way to go. People behind me are probably thinking, wow, this guy, he doesn't know whether he's going left or right. I'm going to make a firm commitment to take a left right here. We have a blinking red light, so we got to be super careful. More careful than normal. Just to look around these corners. Chelsea Groton Bank to my left. People's Bank to my right. Irene's Family Restaurant back there. Pizza, catering. Excellent food. And they do a beautiful job of catering. Bank of America to my right. McDonald's to my left. The Norwich Town Green is going to be up here. I got to slow down. Blinking red light. Norwich Town Green is to my immediate right. It's beautiful. Directly in front of me is a Congregational Church. First Congregational Church. Beautiful place. Meeting House Rock. You can climb up there if you want. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this little journey, this little trip around Norwich. Some of the snow banks and surveying the area. Certain areas with the aftermath of this snowstorm that we had. I wanted to get a kind of a glimpse and record this for history. People might be watching this video someday, many years down the road, and they might get a kick out of seeing all this snow in Norwich on February 1st, 2022. I'm going to get down the road here just a touch, and then I'm going to end this video. See if I can work my way up here a little bit. And I'd just like to say, as I always do at the end of my videos, my driving videos, thanks for joining me, folks.